Brews with Bros. My name's Mike and I'm a professional beer drinker.
And I'm Brian, also a professional beer drinker who worked at a cold beer and wine store.
This week we are featuring Lucky Lager brewed in Canada by Labatt Brewing Company. Let's clam it. Will this beer pair well with clamato? Stay tuned later and please don't forget to hit subscribe and notification bell for future content.
Mike, let's crack open again.
Alright, no, you never ask, Brian. Now let's get down to business. I'll drink this later. Here's some background. Lucky Lager is an American lager brewed in the U.S. by the Labatt Brewing Company, and the Canadian brand ownership is held by Labatt Brewing. We're drinking the Canadian one today. Lucky was originally launched in 1934 by the San Francisco-based General Brewing Company. Lucky grew to be one of the most prominent beers of the Western U.S. and Canada during the 1950s and 1960s.
For the appearance. Lucky has a yellow amber color, topped with a light head.
For me, Lucky Lager has an amber golden appearance with a very little bubbles this week and a light head.
For the smell, this lager smells like an apple.
For me, I smell a faint barley aroma with a slight undertone of floral hops and brewer's yeast. Surprisingly, this week no apple scent for me. And it's a lager, even though Brian smells a little apple himself. Smelling apple.
For the taste. Oh yeah, I guess I have to taste it.
Of course. What do you think, Brian?
It has a slight apple taste and a gritty feel on the tongue. This barley beer is low on hops, bitter, and taste.
Now for the taste for me, Lucky is very light on hops and no bitters to speak of whatsoever. I noticed a low barley and yeast to this lager's very light body, crisp taste. Fun fact time. Yeah.
You want to do it?
No.
Fun fact. Lucky Lager is the island's working class beer. Panhandlers beer. It has thrived despite the craft beer craze. Did you know that Lucky was actually brewed on Vancouver Island in Victoria until 1982? Mike, let's have another sip.
Let's have another sip, yeah.
Mike, to clam or not to clam? That is the question.
Certainly is. This is our beer parody, and this will be our clamlet of the night.
Here's clam in your eye.
Also in yours. We've added clamato juice to this beer. Clamato juice is a combination of clamato and clam and tomato juice, more commonly known as the clam wine. Here's to your health.
And to yours.
I think we'll need it this week. We've
For the smell. The combination has produced a sick tomato smell.
Now for me, the clam has overpowered the Lucky, as I smell it, mainly a tomato. Yet I do notice faint undertones of both floral hops and brewer's yeast deep underneath the strong clam scent.
And a little spice.
Just a little spice.
Just a little. For the taste. Putting these two together has produced a carbonated clamato. The clamato would not be hard pressed to bury the beer flavor.
Now for the taste for me, The Clam has gone camping this week as his heavy clam-drenched floral barley lager mix, because there's no hops in here, could be a great party drink with the very drunk campers sharing tall tales late into the night around the campfire this summer.
Yeah.
Could
Wonder
be.
how that would look under the campfire light.
That'd be interesting.
Now for our question. To clam or not to clam? This week is not to clam for me. Lucky and clamato is drinkable, but this mix produces a watered down clamato. But hey, if you're thirsty. How do you feel, Mike?
If you're thirsty, anything's good though. This week, it's a slight to clam for me, as with the added clam, the taste of this mix is considerably improved to me. Still, I'm not sure if I pair these two anytime soon again in the near future. This week, we would like to know your opinion. Everybody, in the comments section below, tell us what you think of Lucky Lager. Do you agree with us? Next week on Brews with Bros, we are featuring Stanley Park Trailhopper IPA.
If you like what you see, please hit the subscribe button. Let us know if there's a beer that you would like us to try. In the comments below. If we choose your beer, we will give you a shout out in a future episode.
Well, good night, everybody. Good night, Brian.
Good night, Mike.
Same time, same place, next Sunday on Brews with Bros.
On Brews with Bros.